From every strand on the line of your reel, to the rods, to the anglers, to the lures on the end of your hook, let's talk about those big bass here on Co-Angler's Corner with your hosts, Rob Welch and John Stout.
Good evening, everybody. I'm John.
How y'all are? Cajun Rob, hear you. We got the legend with us tonight.
Hey, I'm Al, man. And I want to say one thing before we get started. And I want to thank, first of all, I want to thank John for helping me with all this.
Yep.
You know, we worked on it for a few days and I want to thank you for that. But Rob, John, I want you to know something. So far this month, as of midnight last night, that's what, 8 days,
Yep.
Your channel, your dedicated channel on the network is number one with 274 views.
Nice.
That's the number one channel on the network. Just want to say that to you guys because
Appreciate it.
you guys, we have over 100 videos. I think we have 100 shows. I think last night's show will be 101 on your dedicated channel. So yeah, we got a lot on there, man.
Yeah,
People are watching stuff from way back.
Rob's not letting the screen go blank. He's just rolling it.
Hey, I just roll with the punches, man. I roll with the captain tells me to grow. Whatever the captain says, I'm there.
There you go.
Yeah, but yeah, it's great, man. I'm really excited about what you guys are doing. I mean, even our new channel in a little over a week, just shy of 2 weeks, our new channel's over 100 views.
Nice.
And I have 3 more videos from 4-7 Lures that I'll put on there in the morning. I uploaded them just before the show started, so it'll be after 11 tonight before they cycle through, so I can get them on tomorrow. But yeah, it's great. It's great.
Awesome.
We're doing a lot of good.
Outstanding, man. Always keeping fresh content, man. Hey, we enjoy everything you bring on, man. So always fresh and
yeah, and you guys, it's fresh as could be. You know, it's 2-3 shows a week. You know, it's great.
Well, we're trying to do 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase that. We wanted to do 2 to 3, but we ended up doing 3 to 4.
Yep. But it works out.
You guys, it'll be Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. every night.
Hey,
that's not a bad thing.
Anything's possible.
If Rob and I can split a couple $1,000s a week, we'll do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's there. It's doable.
Yeah, we're enjoying it. We just enjoy it, you know.
Oh yeah, we do. And man, the folks we've had on, and like the ladies, like me and John was saying on Monday, the ladies is just killing it. I mean, they are awesome. Yeah. Every one of them we had on is just next level.
Yeah,
and they're good. They're good anglers. Yes. They're good people to talk to.
Yep.
Very down to earth. You know, there's nothing fake there.
No, they have a genuine passion for the sport. You can tell.
They do. And I don't look at it, you know, women, men. I just look at them as other anglers because they've earned it. They're so dedicated to this sport. They've earned to just be called anglers. And that's it. And and they're watching some of them on their YouTube and just some of their videos are fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But they're great, and you guys do a great job with the LBAA.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember. Well, I'm used to watching your show where it's right up there. I can't see that.
But yeah, they had their biggest. They had their biggest turnout at Caddo Lake. Was it last weekend, week before last? They had their biggest turnout. So man, they're growing leaps and bounds. And we're happy. We're proud of them.
Yeah. And I think the smaller clubs are growing. I think, you know, the bigger organizations, with all the rules changes and the expense, people are just realizing, hey, you know, grassroots bass fishing.
Yep.
we're not going to make a living, but we're going to have fun and we're going to do what we enjoy.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Go fishing with your buddies, hang out with your buddies. I mean, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
but hey, Al, I just want to let you know tonight's show's not about us. It's about you, buddy.
I know. It's always about all of us.
Oh, it is.
You guys make what I do easy. Now, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be over here either.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great. And just what John was saying, John and I have been working on growing the network. And one of the things we need to do is bring up sponsors. I have plans in the near future I'd love to get out there. We have more channels we want to add. John is listening to this broken record I'm about to say again for over a year now. We want to have live shows on Roku.
Yeah.
Now, we have a live channel that we can put live shows on iOS, Android, the website. But to get the LiveWell channel, the A.A.O.N channel, all the other channels to have live programming, I have to sign up for something. That's going to be about $125 a month just for that.
Right.
So, little things like that are going to start costing money.
Oh, yeah.
Getting, as we were saying, John and Rob have over 100 videos on the channel, on the network, which means they have 40% of the server taken by them. So
wow.
We're actually getting ready to add a second server.
Okay.
So, that's going to take more money. So like I'm saying, the advertising that we're looking to get will help cover a lot of expenses.
Yes.
And as John and I spoke, that advertising revenue not only will help cover the expenses of the network, but it's going to filter back to the content creators in the channels. So, LiveWell, we have really eight content creators in the LiveWell.
Yeah.
And so, if at the end of the quarter, the LiveWell had brought in X amount of dollars in revenue, and let's just throw out $800 was earmarked for our content creators, then that 3-month period or that quarter, each content creator would get $100 this gives our content creators an incentive.
Yeah.
Now, it gives them an incentive to say, okay, I need to get shows on there. I need to up my shows because the better my shows are, the more money we bring in. And this is a little extra money. Maybe, we'll send it to you privately. The wife doesn't have to know about it. We'll send it to you on the side. But that, and then as John and I spoke about, content channel directors. The channel directors would get paid a percentage of what the network brought in, what that channel. So if that channel brought in $1,000 in a 3-month period, the channel director would get 20%.
Yep.
I'm not ashamed to say 20% would go to the channel director. Now, it doesn't sound like much, but you're just going out there and scouring Facebook and going through YouTube and saying, hey, your content is just what I need for our network. Here's how we work. And they say, okay, I do all the hard work. I go to the YouTube channel. I download all the videos. I'll do that part. And I don't mind. In fact, I like doing that.
Yep.
But having you out there, because for me to do it, I'm hitting people. And then 3 weeks later, I'm like, did I write to that person? I'll just send them another email. I think I'm upsetting a few people. So more about like homegrown tackle. Someone in that industry that builds lures knows more about people in that industry. and can connect with those people. Right now, Homegrown Tackle's got two of what I feel are some of the best soft plastic guys around. We have Philip over at I just went blank. 4-7 Lures.
Yep.
Then we have Ted over at Off the Hook Outdoors with his soft plastics. Two fantastic soft plastic guys. I'd like to see us get more crankbait guys, hard plastics, rod builders, anybody along those lines that creates and paints or builds. I mean, you guys that powder coat or airbrush, you guys all have great videos. Here's a good way to promote you and what you do. So that's what we're looking for.
Okay. Sounds good.
I should start making videos of me demolishing my basement and putting it back together. And it's only the third time this month I've done it.
Oh,
trial and error, man. Trial and error.
Yeah.
When we were heavy into trade shows with Gray Goat Lures, the rack you see behind me, I had a dozen of those. 2 foot wide, 6 foot high. You can ask my wife. I tore that living room apart every night. I pushed everything against the walls.
Yep.
And I set up the racks the way I wanted it. I even went and put blue tape for a 10 by 10 spot. And I must have changed that rack 5 or 6 times a night. And then I'd be like, perfect. I get to the trade show. Now let's try this. And I tried 5 or 6 times at this show. You're never finished. The day you finish is the day you quit. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Well, it's nice because I can actually get most of my stuff out now that I got rid of half of it.
That helps.
But no, Al, I'm going off on a tangent. But let's talk about the American Angler Outdoor Network.
Yeah. All right. You and I worked on a price sheet.
Yep.
We'll make it public. It's available on the website. If you go to taao.live, go to advertise with us, you'll see everything we're talking about. We're not holding anything back. Commercials. We offer 2 basic commercial plans. We offer a pre-roll and a post-roll. Those are up to 30-second commercials. Pre-roll is $150 per quarter. We call it a quarter. It's a 3-month period.
Yeah.
Right.
Post-roll is $100. Your commercial is going to show at the beginning of the show. Post, it's going to show at the end. And John and I were saying, we get about 4 commercials a day. Well, right now with some of our channels, it'd be more like 10 or 11 commercials a day. The live well, we average 16 shows a day on the live well. So that's 16 pre and 16 post rolls. We only got 5 or 6 advertisers. Each one's getting about 5 or 6 because we can run 2 commercials back to back.
Right.
So that's how that would work. And then we also talked about discounts. So if you're doing 1 quarter, that's 100 we'll go with the post roll. It's easier math. Yeah, I went to school in New York, so we'll do the easiest of the math possible. You do post roll, it's $100 a quarter. You do 2 quarters, we're going to take 20% off.
Nice.
No, wait, what did we say, John? 15%.
Right.
So we're going to take 15% off.
I thought it was 10.
If you do 15 and then 25 for an annual. 25 for an annual.
That's good.
Which means you picked all 4 quarters. Now, on top of that, we're going to give you another incentive. We call it the high volume advertiser. If you're doing a post roll, it's $100 for a check per channel. Pick 2 channels, we'll give you 20% off. So 2 channels will cost you $160 a quarter instead of $200 a quarter. So we'll give you a little break there. And if you do 3 channels, it'll be $240 instead of $300 per quarter. and you're getting a lot of commercial on the network for that kind of money.
Oh yeah, bunch of exposure, definitely.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of exposure. And then we're going to have what we call our channel sponsor. This is the person who the channel is named at, sponsor the channel.
Right.
If they have a banner like every company has a banner, it's going to be in the lower corner of the channel 24/7.
Yep.
It's going to be part of that channel all the time. You're going to get up to a minute, not 30 seconds, but a minute of pre-roll. So, if we get 2 pre-rolls, 30 seconds each, they'll run, then your commercial, then the show.
Yep.
And then at the end of the show, the post rolls. We do not break into shows. I am the last person in the world that is going to sit there. All right, John, are you ready? Check it out. Just as he's setting the hook, a commercial break.
Yep.
I hate that. I hate that with a passion. But we're going to do that. We're going to leave it so that we're just going to go at the beginning and the end.
Makes sense.
And that's $500 per quarter per channel. So if you wanted to do a whole year, it would actually be, with the 25% off, a year commitment would be $1,500.
Yeah.
Now, if you're sponsoring a channel like the Live Well, we just said there's 16 shows a day. So you do the math. 16 times a day, your commercial is going to air 7 days a week. That's a lot of commercials.
24/7.
For $500 a quarter, that's a lot of commercials.
Oh, it is.
So we have that going for us. The numbers are picking up. I think once we start getting the advertising, once we start promoting everything, the viewership will grow as we start picking up.
Oh yeah.
And we have so much going on. Like I said, homegrown tackle. We have 3 more We have 3 more channels sitting in the wings, waiting for content creators. We have a fly fishing channel, 24/7 dedicated to fly fishing. And I'll tell you what, that in the United States and Canada, fly fishing is huge. You think bass fishing's popular? I think fly fishing's very, very close second to bass fishing. Then we're going to have the salt. Yeah, it could be, because it's been around for over 150, 200 since this country began. I mean, you can watch old TV shows and it was there. The other channel is going to be the saltwater channel, another huge fishing community, 24/7 saltwater programming. That's going to be huge. And then we have the Outdoor Explorer channel. This is going to be all outdoor programming, overlanding, camping, mountain climbing, anything to do with the outdoors will be on that channel. Once these 3 channels come on board, I think our overall viewership is going to rise.
Right.
Because the more we bring on, the more people. I want us to become the Hulu of the outdoors. We can have up to 100 channels on our network. That's what my contract is. I pay for 100 channels on a yearly basis. That's what we're allowed to have. So I don't see why we can't have 25, 30 channels that just give everybody a wide variety.
Right. Now,
and
no, go ahead, Al. I'm sorry.
And that doesn't include all the dedicated channels,
right?
That we can have. So that also brings in more revenue.
Nice. Here's another. I'm going to throw something else at you.
Sure.
Something that has gotten popular in the last couple of years is kayaks.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I think a dedicated channel to kayaking would be.
Well, the TAAO channel, our main channel,
Yep.
that is what it was supposed to be originally, a
Okay.
kayak-based channel. And if you look, the majority of our programming is kayak-based
Right.
on that channel. All our content creators on that channel are kayak anglers. Now, we can always change the name of that from the TAAO channel to the kayak channel or the kayak fishing channel. We can do that. And that's not a bad idea. I've been wanting to change the name. The TAAO channel just kind of lays there.
Yeah.
Kind of like me on a Sunday morning. I just lay there. Done with the last week, not ready for the next week.
Not ready for Monday. Preparing for Monday.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, we can do that. I mean, that's something I can write them and ask them to change it to the kayak. We'll call it the kayak fishing channel, but it'll just come up kayak fishing. Since that is what it basically is all about.
Right.
And if we ever do get into something else, we get into bass boats, we could always have the bass fishing channel, which is all bass boats, or the bass boat channel, or the big boat channel. We can come up with something. Yeah. But yeah, this is what I want, John. This is why you and everybody else throw that out there. Let me know, what do you think would be a great channel, and
Naked and Afraid.
We'll put it out there. Huh? Not with. I've seen all you content creators live and in person. I have not. I've met most of yous.
All right, well, not Naked and Afraid. We'll do Naked and Old.
Or sunburnt and old. That'd be me.
There you
go. We came into this world with wrinkles. I'm going out with wrinkles.
Yep.
I think I'm going out more wrinkled than when I came in.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Just like Dennis Rodman said, came into the world naked, I'm leaving naked. He's getting buried with nothing on.
I don't know, man. I told my wife, I said, you put me in a freaking suit with a tie, I'll come back and haunt everybody that did it. I've never wore a shirt and tie my entire life, except for funerals and weddings. That's it. I want to be buried.
It will be your funeral. It'll be the last time you wear a tie.
No, it won't. I'm going into eternity with a nice polo shirt, nice pair of jeans, and my Skechers. Actually, I have a pair of Nikes. I have a pair of red Nikes. I want them on.
There you go.
They were given to me by a very close and dear friend, so I want them with me.
Yep.
But yeah, it's been a great ride, and I'm still having a lot of fun. And working with you guys and some of the other content creators is really good. We have 4-7 lures now. I mean, I got 4 episodes of his stuff queued up, ready to go on. But I want to put some more different stuff up there too.
Yeah.
John, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I was going to ask the 4-7 lures. Is he showing you how he makes the stuff?
Yeah. If you go on there, you'll see he actually shows you the stuff he uses.
Yep.
He mixes it, he pours it, and then he shows it to you when he's done. Wow. Now, the nice part about his shows they're about 7 to 9 minutes long.
Yeah.
So we promote it as this is a 2-part video. And then we put the description for the first part and then the description for the second part. This way I get that 15-minute show. The network runs better when the minimum show is at least 15 minutes. I get a couple of 12, 13, 14-minute shows. It's okay. It's not going to hurt. But when the majority are at least 15, The live well, I think it's an hour and 20 minutes. The average show is like an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes. So that works. That works out great. But again, the live well, if you're sponsoring the live well, you're going to be in front of about 16 commercial breaks a day. You're going to get on there. You sponsor Homegrown Tackle, where the shows are 15 to 20 minutes in length. You're looking at 20 to 30 times, almost 30 times a day, your commercial is going to air on that channel.
Can people pick what channel they want to be on?
Yes, they can pick what channel they want. I'm not going to hold back on that. And then I was thinking today, and I wrote it down here, the pre-roll and the post-roll. If you go to TAAO.live, our website, you scroll down a little, you're going to see 3 little ads going across. You're going to see MG Cull Tags, Dak Baits, and then in the middle is our new sponsor, which I should have said earlier, Dubby's Energy Drinks. So you're going to see them in the middle, and those are what we call a third ad. Now, if you scroll up toward the top, you're going to see a full width ad for Grey Goat Lures. That we call a full ad. If you do the pre-roll and the post-roll, we're going to give you a third ad on the website as a gift to go with it for up to a year. So you do the 150 or the 100, every 3 months you renew it. We're going to renew that automatically for 1 year. After a year, you could pay I forget what it is on that. That has a monthly fee too. But we'll throw it in for a year just to give you a little more exposure. Do a channel sponsorship, and we're going to give you a third for that first year. Again, more exposure.
Yeah.
The more we can put your name out there, the more chances are you're going to stay with us. And the more chances are, the more we start, people start talking about us, it's going to be we're going to get the viewership up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, word of mouth.
Yeah, I believe Rob. When we did the last show we did, I think John, I sat there and said the Mid Atlantic Hunting and Fishing Expo had a guy walk up to me with a cell phone and open up the channel and say, "Hey man, I watch it all the time," and he wanted to take a picture with me.
That's cool.
To me, that meant so much to me that people watched.
Mm.
I've had them come up to me as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember doing what's that lake out by Birmingham, Jasper, Alabama? Is that White's Lake?
Weiss, yeah, Weiss. There's Weiss and Jordan, and there's a couple right there. Weiss, yeah.
Yeah, we were doing an open, and I was just sitting there, and this kid came up to me and goes, "You fished a tournament?" I was like, "Sure." "Will you sign my book?" Yeah, I signed his book.
Oh, hey.
I was just a co-angler, but hey, I felt like KVD that day, Somebody wanted my autograph.
Oh, yeah.
So I felt good. One of the few times. Normally, I don't get that.
Hey, still he asked. So, hey.
Yeah.
And that made me feel good. Normally when people ask for my autograph, it's usually on a legal document. And then the words after, instead of saying thank you, they say you're served.
Or a speeding violation.
Yeah, the officer. Hey, I watch your show too. Sign this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. I'm looking forward to where this, it's kind of like that little carnival ride. Now it's going on the road, and it's, and we're taking this to the next level.
Yep.
We're upgrading everything. We're pulling out all the stops. We're going to continually work on the website, the network. Like I said, the live show. I can't wait till we can do that. Might be a little hiccups in the beginning, but hey, there were when I did all this.
Oh yeah.
You know, when I was one channel, it was nice. When we added a second channel, there were hiccups, but we worked through it. You know, we made it work. So it's just something that we're going to deal with. And as we grow, I know John and I even spoke earlier today about he's going to help out with some of the channels and that. He's going to give me a hand. He's going to help out with advertising. I have a couple of other people that are there if we need them. You know, we have on the server and the network, I have 3 seats where I can have 3 more people actually have programming rights. So you can go on the server, grab a show, and stick it anywhere in the network on any of the channels and that. Once we do get to that point where we have a lot of content creators, we may start offering that as a $39.95 a month to have your own channel. $49.95 a month, you get all the rights, or $59.95 a month, and you get all the rights to the channel. You program it, you do everything.
Nice.
But we're going to throw some restrictions on that. We're not going to allow any type of programming.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll have the ultimate on that. So we'll be a little careful what we allow on the channels.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
as long as it's G-rated, PG, family-friendly, I don't mind.
Yeah. All righty, sir. Well, hey, I know you got a show coming up here in about 25 minutes.
I do. I have one coming on at 9 o'clock. And I've been messing around with that. That's going to be about my 2025 slot series.
Oh, cool.
And where can people see that?
They can go on TAAO.live, hit the 2025 slot series page, and you can find out everything you need to know about it. We use Fishing Chaos as our tournament server. We because we have so much going on, we have 2 series going. We started with a solo series, then we switched to a team series. This year we're going to do both the solo and the team.
Nice.
So Fishing Chaos allows everything to work a little more streamlined for what we want to do. And it's a little less expensive. So that means we can put more into the purse, into the angler's purses, not into the software developer's purse. I believe in giving the anglers as much as possible.
Absolutely.
So we have that. We teamed up with Slay Nation a couple of years ago, and I'm really proud to be with Frankie and everybody at Slay Nation. A wonderful tournament series. No matter where you are, there's something going on with Slay Nation. There's state tournaments, national tournaments, college tournaments, a women's series, everything. So they got a lot going on. And if you don't have anything in your area, you got 10, 15 guys, create your own tournament series.
Yeah.
Nice.
They'll work with you. Frank will work with anybody. But I'm really, really excited about it. I think it's going to be a great year with the solo and the team. I believe the team has 8 or 9 teams signed up now, and I think we're at about 11 on the solo side, of which I believe 4 are both.
Oh, cool.
So we're gonna have one guy fishing a team series and solo by himself.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
So it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I can't wait. I enjoy doing it. I like that it's nationwide. So you could have a teammate in Vermont and a teammate in California able to fish together.
Nice.
You can fish the same day. You can fish it. It's a 2-day period. You can fish Saturday or Sunday. You don't have to fish the same day. So it offers a lot to people. We have a husband and wife team out west. We have a father and son team down in North Carolina. So it offers a lot. I see Roy came on.
Yeah.
Let's go, Roy.
Yeah. Roy's got the USA Kayak Fishing Magazine.
Yes.
Yes. Great magazine. Great magazine.
It is. And everybody who knows me knows I have short timers. Ask me what I said when I first came on the show. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what I said 5 minutes ago.
You said good night.
I did. I said good night. But John, Rob, you guys both know when I say good night, that's just the first of 20 minutes of good nights.
Well, yeah. So speaking of which, let's get you reeled in here and get a out message and so you get ready for your show.
All right. So, Roy, thank you very much. And we appreciate what you do for this community. Your magazine is one of the few I look forward to reading every month.
Yeah.
And I love the way he does it. I love the way it's put together. It's a great magazine. And he got a great podcast too now. Those who didn't know, Roy's got a great podcast. I've listened to every one of them. Really good show. But as far as the American Angler Outdoors goes, we started over 2 years ago with one channel on the internet. Wasn't even on TV. Then we got a good deal. We took it. That got us on Roku, iOS, Android, and we ran with it. We went from celebrating 100 views a month to now, 3,000 a month is normal.
Wow.
We're already at 828 as of midnight last night.
Wow.
So we're really, really having a good time. I've gotten better and better at programming. I've gotten better at getting the channels. Like I said, we started as one. We're now up to 7 channels, I believe.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's what you told me, 6 or 7.
The Live Well, the Hunting Channel, Homegrown Tackle, Co-Angler's Corner, Off the Hook Outdoors, the Hunting Channel. So, 7 channels.
Nice.
We got 3 more coming on board in the next few weeks. If you're a content creator, I want you to realize one thing. It doesn't cost you a dime to be part of our network. All it costs you is 5 seconds to say, hey, Al, I'm interested. I'll go to YouTube, grab your videos, and I'll put them on the channel that you want to be on. I'll take care of it all for you. Hopefully, once we start getting advertisers and we start bringing in revenue, content creators are going to share the revenue for that channel. We've already spoke about it. It's going to be a 50, 30, 20 split. 50% of the revenue for the quarter goes to the content creators. After all, it's your videos that are giving us this. So you guys should get the lion's share of the profits. 30% will go to the network to run it. 20% will go to the director. So again, if $1,000 a quarter comes in for the quarter, that's $500 to the content, $300 to the network, $200 to the director. That is, to me, a great number, and it'll grow. We are looking for advertisers. Go to the website, taao.live, and click on advertise with us. Everything's right there. And then if you want to write to me, just put advertising at taao.live. I even came up with a website, with an email for it.
I'm proud of you.
That's how serious we are. I mean, we're gonna make this all work. We're gonna grow this network. When I sit back now and I say 3,000 viewers a month and we're happy, man, I'm waiting for the day when I sit back and say, man, we didn't hit 3,000 today.
Yeah.
I want to see 30 or 40,000 a month, and I think we can.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
iOS, Android, free to download, free to watch.
Yep.
I refuse to charge anglers for something so simple as downloading an app.
Yeah.
You're watching the network. You're giving me the numbers, but the advertisers pay for it. Why should you?
Absolutely. And it works good on Roku. I watch Roku all the time, man. It works great on Roku.
We're looking into Apple TV, Fire TV. We're looking into Samsung TV. There's a number of new apps that we're looking at. We have a developer that is on our private chat, and he's out in India. He's in Pakistan or something like that. Real great guy. Him and I talk a lot, and he does a lot of our apps. Cool. He's really good at what he does. If you need something built for you, I'll give you his information. He's good at it. And we're just going to grow. I don't know where this is going to be a year from now, 5 years from now. I'm pretty positive that, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. There are a lot of good developers out there, but you need people that have been doing it. I say I want somebody under 30 because they've been doing this. They know more of what's going on. Yeah. But I don't see any reason why this can't become a staple in any outdoors home. Yep. Absolutely. I look forward to the day I walk into a bar and I see the network, one of our channels up on the TV.
Oh man.
I'm looking forward to that day. That'll be the time when I'll really be excited. I'll buy the bar around that night.
There you go.
All right, call Rob and I first. Call us so we can get there.
Yeah.
So on that note, if your bar holds more than 5 people, I'm not coming in.
All right, Al. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Always enjoy talking to you and enjoy you explaining what the American Angler Outdoors Network does for all the outdoorsmen out here.
And we're here for you guys. I always say it. This just like with my tournament series. It's not my tournament series. It's the Anglers Tournament Series. And the network belongs to you guys, to you content creators, and to you guys, and to people who watch it. It's your network. Use it, enjoy it, bounce around, and never, never hesitate to send me an email or a message. I didn't like that. I didn't care for this show, or I like this. Positive, negative. I look at all criticism in one way: constructive.
Yeah.
Even if you say, I hated the show, it was this, and this, I will talk to you, work with you, and we'll see. And if we get enough people to say the same thing, we'll drop the show. Maybe it's just an episode you didn't like. I'm not going to put anything out there that I wouldn't want my own family to watch.
All right. Well, hey, Al.
All right, guys. We'll talk to everybody later. Roy, take care.
All right. Thank you, Alvin. Have a good one, buddy. Thank you.
All right. Y'all take care.
All right. See you, buddy.
Yep. Bye. See you in a few minutes.
All right.
All right.